Francisco is going to start with another referring that is related to entrepreneurship, and which is the Ginásio. Okay, so another step in a small place, that we have been added, okay?
Alright. Thank you. Hi everyone. Hi. My name is Francisco. Before we start, I just want to know a little bit better. Hi. So, where are you from? Why are you here in bits and pieces so I can get a glimpse of how did you get here? Especially the international students. Yes.
So I was in Germany, not Canada,
Okay.
Spain, okay. But a lot of Turkey as well. So I got a lot of people here from Erasmus.
Francisco from
Before that, and this is Ukrainians.
Okay.
No, Ginásio do Empreendedor. Okay.
And are you here for? Okay. Are you here just 2 weeks or no week in a semester?
2 days.
2 days? Oh.
Okay.
First time in Lisbon?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying
That's
Lisbon?
it?
Yes.
That's it?
Are you going out today?
Yes.
You too. No, I only send you. No, okay. You just met today?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm an entrepreneur here at Casa. I founded an NGO. I founded an NGO 5 years ago, and this is the main project from that NGO. It's called, in Portuguese, Ginásio Empreendedor, but translated goes for entrepreneurship gym, because we develop entrepreneurial skills in a very practical way, just like you do at the gym. But we do it with kids between 13 and 14 years old. So I have here a video to get things started, and then I'm going to present the methodology and then the results, so the projects that our students develop in their communities. These are our students. They're doing a pitch, an entrepreneurship pitch. But at the same time, they're playing a game, like a competition. So this is an entrepreneurship education project, and I founded it because I thought that schools were not teaching what the market was looking for, especially soft skills. So trying to fill in that gap, and just because entrepreneurship is already recommended, but it's not taught in schools. So OECD and European Commission already recommends entrepreneurship to be taught at schools, but they are currently not being taught in a very deep way and not a very practical way, just based on ideas. So we've created a methodology that is very practical and it's project-based. So the students not only develop their idea and plan it, but also implement it in the community. So it's like at the same time they're playing a game, because we work entrepreneurship as if they were playing a game, and I will show you just now. So there are 3 pillars. The first one is a student project. Has to be a project that solves a problem and has to produce results that are very tangible. We say, like in a joke way, that they cannot develop PowerPoints or paper posters. They really have to create some change in their community. And they do it because they have the help of their mentor. The mentor is a volunteer in the last school year, between 17 and 18 years old, that helps those younger students developing the project. And at the same time, they are competing in our league. So students compete in the league. The more progress that they can get in their entrepreneurial project, the more points they gain, and then the best projects win prizes at the end of the school year. So how does the competition work? We split the school year in rounds. So every 2 weeks represents one round. And in each round, the students have to submit tasks and goals that they want to complete and achieve in those 2 weeks. For example, imagine that you're organizing an event. One goal could be try to mark the date where the event will be and the location. So that will be a goal or a task. And another task could be creating the event poster, the event Instagram. So all those tasks are gathered in our platform. And then for each task that they complete, they win points and they go up in our ranking. At the end of the school year, just like I said, there's the national event. We call it in Portuguese Final Nacional, which means national final or final national, whatever. And we do also a projects fair, so that the majority of the school students can present their project in our national event. We also measure our impact. We are a social entrepreneurship project, so we have to measure our impact and report it to our funders, clients. So the teachers 100% recommend the project. There has not been one teacher that didn't recommend the project so far in the last 5 years. And this 9.2 is regarding the last school year, is their evaluation of the project in a scale of 1 to 10. Regarding students, we do a deep evaluation on a lot of soft skills. In here it's just like all of them combined, but all of the students, or the majority, report an increase in soft skills perception in their own perception. As well as mentors. So 100% mentors, all mentors report as self-perceived soft skills improvement after 1 school year of participating in the project. But impact is not only numbers, but also transformation. These are some teacher testimonies of our project. All of them, or some teachers report expectations exceeded much more than they were expecting, especially because academically weak students sometimes perform even better than they do at schools, school tests and school evaluations, probably because in here they are not being evaluated, there's no stress and anxiety, they're just doing what they like, which is their project. So students exceed expectations, and the majority of teachers report a lot of skills being developed that they were not really expecting, just like autonomy, self-confidence. They start to believe more in themselves after 1 school year, and that's really the most important transformation here. Now, regarding the projects, which I want to go in depth in the last part of my presentation, we think it's our unique differentiation factor, and just because I know there's a lot of education entrepreneurship projects in Portugal as well, but the majority of them only develop ideas, idea generation, and pitch. And we go one step forward, and we develop this methodology so that at the end of the school year they are able to implement the project in their community. And I'm going to show you examples. So the majority of students finish the project, more than 55%, and in the last 3 years we've already seen more than 150 projects being implemented in their school, in the school or outside school. It can either be a business or a social entrepreneurship project. So just on average, 2 projects per class are being implemented in groups of 5 students. So it's not those class projects that the group is every student of the class. No, we split them in groups, 5 maximum, and then each group tries to develop 1 project. So in average, 2 projects per class are implemented successfully in the community. And what are these projects? So I bring here 3 examples, and then I will show you the projects from this school year, the last one that we just finished. So the first team, they organized fundraising music events because they were music students, and with that money, they were able to donate to an African NGO that then just created and implemented solar panels in the village. So because of those students in a small Portuguese village. There was another village in Africa that had light because of these solar panels. The second group, which won 2 years ago the competition, they founded a service for their elderly people in their community, especially the most isolated ones. And they visit those homes, their homes. They were playing games and doing activities with them to combat the problem of senior isolation in their community. And at the same time, they developed a partnership with a cleaning company at their community that also cleaned those elderly people homes. So they were able to gather a lot of value to these people. And in total, in that school year, they helped 8 elderly people. Finally, the last project, there were a group of students that created an app, and the app worked, that showed the animals that were on the local municipality, how do you say? Shelter, animal shelter, yeah. So imagine you have an app that you can see which dogs and cats are in the local shelter, and you can pick if you want to adopt or if you want to visit them. They were trying to combat the problem of the animals that were abandoned in their community, and a lot of animals were in the animal shelter, just like they've seen. So these are just 3 examples, but now I want to invite you to visit our online portfolio. We have a website that have all of the projects that were implemented this last school year. I apologize in advance because they are in Portuguese, but I will showcase the best projects of the last school year, and we are going to see them together here. Some people are still scanning. I see thumbs up. One more. I'll wait. I want you to visit. So it's an online portfolio of all of the projects that were implemented by our students last school year. And they are split in communities. So we call one group of schools a gym or a Ginásio, and each gym can have 1 or more schools participating. But let's go now there together. You probably are here now. So in here you can see all of the projects, or only the ones from Ovar, which is a city, Lapa do Lobo, which is a village, Alcobaça, which is a city, and then you have these here that are called finalists, or finalistas. So these are the best projects from this school year that were selected to do a pitch in the stage, in our national final stage. So let's start with this one. These students created a fashion brand, and with these t-shirts they were able to sell more than they were able to sell 30 t-shirts, and were able to donate 150 euros to a local NGO that was fighting people that were struggling with drug addiction. So you can see the t-shirts here, which I think they're very cool. And yeah, they sold at Instagram to family and friends, and with that money that was donated to a local NGO. You can see their pitch here and what prize they were able to accomplish. Then we have the best project from this school year. They won the best project award, and so their project was really interesting and really simple. Let's see it here. So they implemented a really big campaign at their community that aimed to gather school material that was not being used but was still in good conditions. And with that school material, they then donated to a local NGO at São Tomé e Príncipe, which is an African country. So just so you can get a glimpse, they were able to gather more than 500 items of school material that then they put in a backpack, and they shipped that backpack to the NGO. You can see their Instagram here, and let me show you real quickly on their Instagram. So these were the kits. These were the kits that they created. As you can see, it had a lot of school material, and they also not only they gathered the material that they were able to fetch on their school, but also they did a partnership with a school material company, a brand that's called Goods. That is being sold at every supermarket in Portugal. Curious enough, it's a company that's from their community, which is called Bendita. So that was the best project that was awarded the best project award. 14 students in Africa received this backpack full of school materials. Next project, you have Mission 5 that has also a very good Instagram. Let me show you this picture, which I think is very, very clear what they did. They created a service at their school that helped younger students with math tutoring, Portuguese tutoring, and instead of them paying money, they paid that tutoring with food. And with that food, they were able to help families in need in their local community. So they partnered with a local NGO that helped families that were struggling with money and food at their home. They helped younger students getting better at math, and instead of them paying with money, they paid with these kind of food materials that they were able to then donate to families that were in great need at their community. This project was also a great success. They helped 4 students, more than 10 tutoring sessions, and they also evaluate their impact because we teach them how to evaluate their impact, how to measure their impact. So they've reported an increase in 30% on those students' grades at their school, just because of their tutoring. So that was Mission 5. Next project, Quadra Parts. They helped, they did a volunteer set. Let me show you. Yeah. So these students visited elderly people homes. I don't know how to say this in English. In Portuguese, it's called lares. So they did volunteering service there. And then they just realized that these elderly people had a lot of knowledge, especially cooking knowledge. So they developed a book with cooking recipes from those elderly people that then they sell to gather money to that local elderly people's homes. Cool, right?
Yeah, very.
You can buy their ebook here. So it's in Portuguese. It says traditional recipes. They have in an ebook version and also physical. So this is Quatrapart. Next project. Let's skip one because we're probably having less time. So Chuchuzinha, they're a project from Alvar. Okay, and then this is a really simple project but with great impact. These girls developed these personalized pencils that then they sold at their local marketplace. And the goal of the pencil was to gather money to develop kits with feminine hygiene products, tampons, pads, and so they can donate those kits to to homeless women.
Okay.
So they were trying to tackle the problem of menstrual poverty, I think that's how you say it in English, by selling these pencils at their local marketplace, and with that money they're able to create kits to combat this social problem in homeless women. Cool, right? So they were able to sell 85 pencils and donate 20 kits to local women in need. So these were one more, sorry. So Ultramolduras, they founded this business. This is probably the most business type project. So they gathered how do you say, paper, not the thin paper, so the thick paper from local how do you say fabricas?
Cardboard.
Cardboard, yes. Thank you. So they gathered cardboard that was going to the trash, and with that cardboard they made these molduras, frames, and then they sold these frames at Instagram. So just a simple social business, or in this case, environmental business, by trying to reuse cardboard that was going to the trash to make these frames. And yeah, just sell these frames at their Instagram. They were able to sell. They have 25 frames, not frames. I just say so. 25 people bought from their Instagram, but they were not able to do them all at the end of the school year. but they were able to sell at least five. But they have more shipping
Options.
orders. They had 25 orders, but they only sell five because they are still making them. But yeah, no, at the end of the school year, they were still making those orders. So yeah, that was the final project. This was awarded the best business project. So I think it makes sense to open for some questions now. Thank you for listening and
Hey.
questions, curiosities. I'm happy to.
I have one.
Yes.
It's a bit strange, but it's part of why I was interested in bringing you
Yeah.
here. It's first question.
Yeah.
This project of yours, this is, I see a lot of things. I'm very connected with Africa too, so I know a certain reality, and you spoke about it. How are you able to continue to develop this? And how did you get there from a person with an interest besides this house?
Yes.
How did you move ahead? Because
So your question is how am I able to make money and live?
I don't think that we can do nothing. There is
Without
no
money, exactly.
and
How did I was able to start? This started very simple. I was alone, and now we are 4 people full time working in this project. So how I was able to do this job, right?
exactly.
Yeah. So we implemented the main.
And one was, and if you are happy to be independent
Lots.
by yourself and with your own projects moving ahead,
Really happy.
because disruption is going to happen. There is other parts. This is the information overall that I want to.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I can share a little bit my my logical process, so that I was able to start from a volunteering project. I did this a long time ago, and then going to a financially sustainable project. So I think if you are interested in creating your own project, the most important step is figuring out who is able and wants to give you money to you or to your project, so that you can live out it or be sustainable. And that's what I did. I found out that if I wanted to work in public schools, I had to sell this program to people that are interested in making public schools better. And these are the majority 2 types of entities. Public municipalities, which is represented here. So public governance places that wants to make their public schools better. So probably our main business model is selling this educational program to local municipalities, local councils that wants to see that model that methodology being implemented in their public schools. And other type of funding that I was able to raise was through foundations. So local foundations, local NGOs that have money and want to improve their community. So these were the main 2 business models that I've implemented. Yes.
So they work beside school, or is it
Good question.
is it implemented into the school system, or is it like a side thing? And
Good question. It's implemented in the majority of them, and all of them are implemented in classroom. The methodology is implemented in classroom in subjects that have a teacher present. And there are 2 main subjects. One that we have in Portugal called Cidadania e Desenvolvimento, which is citizenship and development, translated. It's just civic education. And the other one is like some school schedules that they have to do tutoring with their classroom director, teacher, director turma in Portuguese. So some schools have this type of schedule with their classroom teacher, and we work in there as well. But at the same time, so those classes are so that we are able to give them the tools and the concepts so that they are able to do the project. But the majority of project development happens outside classroom. The majority of these projects are developed outside of classroom with the help of the mentor, of our team, and with their own internal motivation.
so can any kid just come to you and say, hey, I would like to?
Not yet, but we want to do that. We want to do that, yes, but not yet. We are working on a digital platform so that any student of Portugal or any team that wants to participate in our competition are able to enlist, to participate, to enroll, and start in that school year, but not yet. Yes.
I have another question. Why specifically is the black model accessible for children aged 13 to 14?
Good question.
Sorry, can,
Why is only available to kids between 13 and 14 years old so far? Good question. So we've tested with 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, and the best age that they already have the autonomy and the responsibility to do these projects on their own is starting from 13 years old. We found out that 12 below are still struggling with autonomy and skills to do this on their own, because the majority of what you see here, actually probably 100% of what you see here is developed by the kids, by the students, with a little help of mentors, teachers, and probably parents. But the majority of tasks, they are the ones that are responsible to push them forward. So yeah, younger students are not there yet at that stage, and older students, especially 17, 18-year-olds, they are too focused on exams, national exams, and they don't have much time to do this on their classrooms. So that's why we've chosen. But actually, let me share as well. We've implemented in the past extracurricular clubs in private schools in Lisbon as well. Just another business model that we've pushed. And in this school year, we are going to test a project with students from 8 years old to 11 years old, which will be fun. But it's not project based. It will be game based, very exercise, but not projects there. Good question. More questions?
how much time?
Very good. I don't know. How much time?
How much
Yeah.
time? How much time? No, we have time.
Okay.
And then just said, I want for you to build this platform, for you to move out, get the confidence to do this.
How long did it took?
Yeah,
It took 4 to 5 years.
4 to 5.
No, 4 to 5 years. 4 or 5 years.
You were very well deserved.
No, 4 years more or less. I say more or less because with school years we don't quite know when to start. But we started 2021. Go to now. 2021 with the first person paying.
I put you this question because okay, I'm going to do some connection now.
Yeah.
The question here it's and all of us and somehow from 8 different European countries. We have been involved with more or less in this project that I gave you a small resume of what it was and the story that it had.
Yes.
And in fact, even as the organizations get to a point and said this project was a challenge because it was to force us to move to next step without continue to think and working the same way.
Yes.
I think we have achieved that. But the main question here it's how to start to promote these capacities in younger ages and to bring them to build things and gain confidence in building.
Yes.
Everything is going
to
to
help them develop.
yeah, everything is changing. Everything is changing. Jobs are going to transform. Jobs are going to be lost. Jobs are going. People will have to adapt. So we are speaking about young ages, but we are all a community.
Yes.
So what is your experience to get to there? What's it was?
I think one thing that, or probably the most important thing, so that you try to change kids' mindset these days is through 2 types of reasonings. I would say growth mindset, trying to instill growth mindset in them, and at least in Portugal, I don't know how it is in your countries, but in Portugal there's still a lot of punishment towards error. So in classroom or outside classroom, the error that they get once they are trying to do math exercises or Portuguese exercises, once they err, teachers punish them. So it's a lot of punishment and punish based. And I think that we should start looking at errors through a more pedagogical perspective, which North Americans do very well, which is trying to look at errors like learning opportunities, and with those errors, learn how can I improve. So I would say to fight the ever-changing modern world or trying to adapt, you should instill these two types of mindsets, entrepreneurial growth mindset, so trying to be learning every day, and look at errors like a learning opportunity and not as a punishment.
Oh yes.
Yes, I would say these two types of mindsets.
And what are the tools for them? What is the tools that, in your opinion, you were needed to acquire first to say, I believe in this. This really can happen. Because when we get an idea, sometimes we get a wall in front of us.
Yes.
Hey, how do I climb upstairs? How do I pass this? Should I give me to the effort of doing it? Or should I stay and be doing the same?
I mean, there's not one size fits all solution to that question, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Probably one tip that I would say to every young person that aims to create their own project is probably the most important tip is to focus on the very next task, do it. If you are learning with it, and then focus on the next task, like each day, step by step. Because I cannot say like one very perfect solution so that you are able to create your own project. There's none. Like it's a complex progress, it's a complex pathway. But in here, cliches work very well. Don't give up. Focus on the next task. But all I can say here is the cliches that we are already tired of hearing every day. But they work. I mean, they work. So focus on the next task. Don't give up. Learn with errors and continue. I mean, those tips.
Okay. For me,
Do they make sense?
very. Very. I'm learning, basically.
Awesome. Any last question?
Thanks, come on guys.
I mean, I'm loving it. I can be here all afternoon. If
It's,
it's fine.
to me, it is.
Awesome.